Uh,
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Fosia. Your name is Elon.
Yes, you can call me Elon.
Elon. Oh, sorry. Elon. Elon. Sorry. Hi, sir. It's a boy, right? It's a man.
Yes.
It's really hard to um to know if it is a girl or a boy that I am talking to because you don't have a camera.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Sir Elon. How are you?
I'm good.
That's
I
great.
y- yes, I stayed at home and worked from home whole day.
Oh, okay. What is your work? What do you do?
I'm a software engineer.
Software engineer. You know what? I just noticed most of my students, their job is a software engineer. What does a software engineer do commonly? What do you do often or usually? What do you do? Like
Well,
you fix machines?
uh, uh basically, I do coding for living. So in another words, I I develop application on the iOS platform.
iOS.
Yes.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can call me a mobile developer.
Ah, okay. And software engineer, there are different job responsibilities
Yes.
or job description. Oh, okay. For how many years have you been a software engineer?
I have been working for 8 years.
Oh, in this company?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have children, Sir Elon?
Yes. I have a daughter.
Uh-huh. How old is she?
It's about 1 year old.
Oh, what? Very young.
Yes.
Oh, oh, so she's that girl making that cute voice, cute noise.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sir Elon, during your free time, what do you like to do to have fun?
Well, to be honest, I I don't I don't have some specific hobbies. I I pay much attention to the English learning.
Oh,
Yeah, that is to say, if I had some time, I'd like to learning English.
just like today.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And how about it's like your how can I say that? You are having fun with learning English in learning English? You're having fun?
Uh, it's it's quite difficult to say. I think it's a kind of task because I have a plan to immigrant
Oh, migrate.
immigrant. Yes, I, I'm
Migrate to
I'm I'm going to move to New Zealand in few months.
Me too.
Oh,
Yeah, but the papers are still on the process. But you, in a few months, you will move to New Zealand?
yes, I will move to New Zealand to seek job opportunities.
Wow. Wow. Okay, only you or with your wife and your child?
Only me at the prepared uh, stage.
Oh, okay. Your wife and your daughter will stay in China.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If I find a job and my situation become stable,
Stable.
yeah, I will bring them to here,
Ah, with
to there.
yes. Oh, that is yes, that is very good. Yeah. Oh my God. I hope I can also go to New Zealand. But we believe we're still waiting for years for me to go there. Oh, okay. So what kind of job did you look for in New Zealand?
As is similar with my current job, named software engineer.
Ah, okay. That's the same. Mm. And you already got the job before you travel there?
Well, to be honest, not yet. I
Ah,
have some to-do list like English learning and prepare for my resume and also post the resume to the employers and also have some interviews
huh?
like
Oh, you mean resume.
yes,
Ah, okay. All right. So you still need to prepare lots of things.
yes,
Mm. Okay.
yeah,
You excited?
no I'm I'm working hard
Yes.
and in other words I'm suffering with that.
Mm. But why?
Oh, in other words, I struggling because it is yeah it's quite hard for me to have an interview with the language with the English.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's why on your free time you really use that time to learn English and to practice
Yes,
because you are preparing for the interview. Ah, okay. But why did you decide to work in another country? Why not stay in China?
I think the I think the most advantage is that uh, New Zealand has a work life balance style.
Mm.
In this way, I can enjoy the enjoy my life, my free time. And in another words, I when I stay
Mm.
at my current country, I I sometimes I work the overtime. I
Uh-huh.
think I think it's too tired for me.
It's tiring.
Yes.
Ah, okay. Yeah, and then sometimes even if you work overtime, you work so much, the company sometimes don't pay, right?
No.
Some company they don't pay for the overtime.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so sad. That's why you decided to go there. But why New Zealand? Why did you choose that country?
Um, uh, Initially,
Uh-huh.
I have some friends
Uh-huh.
in that country, and I learned a lot of knowledge from them.
Uh-huh.
I think it's quite
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's quite
Convenient.
yeah, convenient.
Yeah.
Secondly, I the the natural environment
Yes.
is wonderful,
Uh-huh.
and it's a long time. It was a long time ago. I had a travel to there, and
Oh, you've been there before.
yes, it was a
Oh.
long time ago.
Uh-huh.
When I married, I,
Oh, when you get
I
married.
yeah when got married, I had a honeymoon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, honeymoon in this country.
Oh, in New Zealand too?
Yes.
Wow, you must really love that country.
Uh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have I have this plan for years.
Ah, wow, you really love that country. I hope you can find a stable job there so you can take your daughter with you. She will miss you so much.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, she will miss you a lot. My dad also works there. That's why I am going there. I'm going to follow him.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I can hear your baby. Okay. Now, are you ready for your lesson?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, let's begin. Can you read the title, Sir Elon?
Okay. E-commerce waste.
E-commerce waste.
E-commerce waste.
Okay. E-commerce waste. What do you think is this lesson about? What are we going to talk about from the title?
We are talking about the waste, which is created from the e-commerce.
From the e-commerce, yes. Can you tell me what is e-commerce? What is the common waste of e-commerce that you know?
I know. Learned a little about e-commerce, and I think e-commerce is quite similar with the shopping online.
Online shopping, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from that, what do you think are the common or the usual wastes of e-commerce?
Sorry.
What do you think is the common or the usual waste of e-commerce?
Uh, Sorry, I don't understand your question.
Okay, from the title it says e-commerce waste. What do you think are some of the examples of the waste that we can get from e-commerce?
Okay. Some types of e-commerce waste are like the package.
Packaging.
Yeah,
Mhm.
packaging bags.
Yes, yes. packaging bags, tapes.
Yeah, tapes,
Yeah.
re- re- receipts.
Yeah, the receipts. Yeah. Yes, very good. Yeah. That's the most common, right? The most common waste that we can get, or that is from e-commerce, because again, we buy lots of things through the internet, and sometimes the things that we buy needs a lot of protection. So during the delivery, it won't get broken. It won't be broken. That's why they have to use lots and lots of plastics. And of course, after we use that, it would just be a waste, right? So, yeah, that could be the most or the common waste that we can get from e-commerce. In this lesson, we are going to have a discussion about e-waste, and we are going to evaluate our use of packaging, and lastly, to discuss ways to address the environmental concerns of e-waste. But first, let us answer this warm-up question. Can you please read the scenario?
Of course, a plastic production plant has been polluting the river near their factory.
Mm-hmm.
Their customers are upset about this and have been sending in numerous complaints.
All right. So, what are some ways that the customers can do to force businesses to change the way they operate? Because they know that this plastic production plant will be a pollution, a huge contributor of pollution in the river. So, how can they force this business to change the way they could operate?
Well, maybe they can have some change, like use another materials that is which are not polluted to the environment, like the like like the materials of paper or or something, or the bare biodegradable things.
Biodegradable, yes. Mm-hmm. Very
Yeah,
good, yeah.
and then another way, they can recycle the materials from their customers, or from the from other materials. In this way, it can this can also protect the environment.
Mm-hmm. All right. So those are the, let's say, advices, or the some tips that we can give these businesses, right? So that they can change their operation. But this big or these huge companies or businesses, they will not listen to you, because they will say, "Who are you? How can you tell us what to do? You don't know this business, right? We cannot follow what you're saying." So how can you do that? Like, as a customer, as a no one, how can you force this businessmen to change the way they operate, because they will just not listen to you? They will just not listen to you. How can you force them? What can you do for them to listen and to follow what you're saying and suggesting?
Maybe the best way is that the government publish some policy or some law to ask those in industry or factories to follow the rule, and
Mm-hmm.
in addition, if they do against the rule, then charge some tax
Mm-hmm.
and some taxes.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe I think it would be better.
And it would be effective, right? Yeah, the customers can ask for help from the authorities, from the government. Yeah, very good. Okay. So now let us read our vocabulary words, Sir Elon.
Okay, streamline to improve the effectiveness of an organization by making the way activities are performed simply.
Simpler.
Simpler.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So for this page, we will just read all of them, and then at the end of the lesson, when we still have more time, we're going to make sentences with the vocabularies. Okay.
Okay,
All right. Okay. Again, streamline. This means that you are going to change something for it to work, or for it to work better. Okay. Next,
okay. Biodegradable.
biodegradable.
Able to decay.
Decay.
Decay. Okay. Able to decay naturally and without harming the environment.
Very good. Can you give me an example of a biodegradable?
Biodegradable materials
Uh-huh, such as?
such as the paper
Yeah, paper. What else?
and the early materials named cloth.
Clothes. Clothes are made of fabric. How is this biodegradable? How can it decay?
Okay, maybe fabric
Yeah,
materials.
fabrics don't decay. How about fruit? Food,
Yeah,
vegetable, right?
yes,
Okay.
food materials.
Yes, food. Next,
Intact, not damaged.
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 Okay. When we say intact, that means it is still in its good condition. Okay, no damage, no broken part. It is in complete and in its original state, original form. Okay,
Okay,
all right. Next,
this assemble
hmm
to take apart.
to take apart, or like to separate something into its different parts. Okay, disassemble. Next,
Fragile,
fragile.
fragile.
Yeah, it could be fragile or fragile.
Okay,
Okay.
fragile. Easily broken, damaged, or harmed.
Damaged.
Damaged,
No damaged. Damaged.
damaged,
Yes. Or harmed.
or harmed.
Yeah. Okay, when we say this object is fragile, that means it is very easy for it to be broken or for it to be damaged. So you need to take care of it carefully. Okay? Can you
Okay,
give me an example of something that is fragile?
Glasses.
Yes, of course, glasses. Next,
Receptive. Willing to listen to and accept new ideas and suggestions.
yes, you are open to listen to new ideas. You are open to listen to new suggestions because you know that it would also improve your life or improve your business. Okay?
Okay.
Next,
Boycott. Quote.
boycott. Boycott.
Boycott. Boycott. To refuse to buy a product or take part in an activity as a way of expressing strong disapproval.
Okay, when we say boycott, that means you refuse or you disagree to buy a product or to join an activity because you don't like it. So you will show them that you do not like it. You will not help or you will not join them. Okay?
Okay.
And
Polite. An unpleasant or difficult situation.
yes, such as for example, you know the poor people, people who doesn't have anything to eat, doesn't have anything to wear, don't have a house, right? They are in a very difficult situation because they don't have money. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Again, Sir Elon, streamline, biodegradable, intact, disassemble, fragile, receptive, boycott, plight. Do we have any questions?
So far so good.
All right. Now let us have a vocabulary practice. Which vocabulary word best describes each of the following scenario? Number one,
Jack is listening to Maddie uh, as she is explaining a new idea that she wants to implement at the office.
okay,
Is receptive.
receptive. Okay, next,
The crust of bread has been left outside.
bread.
Bread has been left outside in the sun. It looks like it's breaking up into little crumb,
Crumbs.
crumbs,
Crumbs.
crumbles,
Crumb. Silent B. Crumbs.
crumbs.
Yeah. What is that?
Uh,
Oh, Sir Elon, I'm sorry if I turn off my camera most of the time because I have runny nose, so I keep on
no worries.
doing this. Yeah, sorry. Okay. All right, number two.
Well, is biodegradable.
Yes, very good. Next.
I needed to put the furniture into storage to save space. I took all the furniture apart into their little components. It's the disable. Sorry, disassemble. For I refuse to buy anything from that store until they reduce their wasteful plastic packaging. Is this matches a buy a coat boycott. Nothing in the church was destroyed in the bombing. Sorry, I can't hear you.
Sorry, because I'm blowing my nose.
Okay,
Bombing.
bombing.
Uh huh.
Okay, bombing, and the alert also survived. Um,
Alter.
altered, alter. Okay, is this match intact?
Intact. Very good. Okay. Do you have any questions with this practice?
No.
Okay. Now let's proceed with the readings. Can you please read e-commerce efficiency?
E-commerce efficiency. E-commerce has streamlined the efficiency and convenience of our retail experience, although our consumer culture is particularly respective to e-commerce. We are
E-commerce.
e-commerce. We are hardly prepared for all the implications that come with it. One topic that is worth discussing is the e-waste generated as a result of e-commerce sales.
E-commerce, not e-commerce.
E-commerce.
Yeah, e-commerce.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Again, um, let in this lesson we are going to learn what are the most common or the usual e-waste or the e-commerce waste that we can get, and then how we can minimize or lessen its effect. Okay.
Okay.
Let's start with this. Can you read, please?
It's all in the packaging. When we talked about with e-waste, we first think about all the waste generated by online companies. These companies want to ensure that fragile products are delivered intact. Unfor- Unfortunately, this often involves products being wrapped in unnecessarily large quantities of bubble wrap and plastic. Products are often disassembled, sorry,
Disassembled.
disassembled, disassembled, and their individual components are packaged separated, separately. In the end, most
Packaged separately.
packaged, separate,
Packaged.
packaged,
No jid. Packaged.
packaged,
No
packaged.
jid.
Okay,
Packaged. Yes.
packaged, packaged separately. In the end, most of the packaging will end up in the oceans.
Yes. All right. So again, when we buy something that is fragile, it could be glass or just a simple wood that could be in danger with scratches. The seller, just for their customer to be satisfied, they would wrap it with lots and lots of bubble wraps for it to be safe and intact. And some parts, for example, a closet, you will buy it online. they would deliver it to you part by part, okay, not as a whole. It is disassembled, so each part will be covered with plastic again. Okay, so delivering time, packaging is really the problem. In your opinion, what factors can lead to excessive packaging?
Um, well, so what's the meaning of excessive?
Excessive means too much.
Okay, too much. Excessive packaging uh, is because of some desire from the customers, like customers wants to a customer want their package is safe and also ex, excessive packaging means the express express companies is very respons sorry,
Respond.
yeah, responsible.
Mm-hmm.
And I think is in some cases I think is a double win situation.
Yes.
uh, but uh, but in another uh, situation is quite harmful with the environment.
Mm. Yes, it is really, really harmful for the environment.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Okay. It's in the recycling. The waste generated by e-commerce couldn't be on the sorry on
Underestimated.
under underestimated. Expressive packaging will surely bring about the im- improper disposition,
Disposal.
disposal of packaging material. Although most online shoppers will often dispose their waste in recycle bins, most of it will unfortunately end up polluting the environment anyway. Yeah.
All right. So, what are some effective ways to raise awareness about recycling e-waste? Like, for example, the packaging, right? It is plastic, but we there are lots of plastic, but we can still reuse it. Like, for example, us when we order online, and then there are excessive packaging, we use the plastic to store or to carry things, right? We can still reuse.
Yes, I think we can give some markable warning on the package, like uh, like like advising the customers to recycle the packaging,
Mm-hmm.
and also make the package more convenient to store things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or maybe for the company to use the packaging that it is really suitable for recycling. Maybe a box,
Yes.
right? Big box or a big plastic that they can use as a trash can also, right?
Yes, agree with you.
Mhm. Okay, think back to the last product that you bought. It could be in online or in a local shop. Try to remember the packaging that the product came in. Can you describe what packaging was used and were any of the materials environmentally friendly?
Well, well, it was it was a short time ago. I bought I bought something online, and
Uh-huh.
yeah, and uh, the packaging uh, is very excessive,
Uh-huh.
uh, and also and the package and the packaging is very sorry, the packaging contains some plastic, and also with a box.
Oh, with the box.
Yes, and I think the plastic is the waste, and the box is quite recycling,
Uh-huh. Recyclable. Yes.
yeah, recyclable. And I I had a habit to to save the this kind of box.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Was all of the packaging necessary, or you think that it could be lessened? Like it could less packaging have been used without compromising the safety of the product that you bought? Like, do they really need to use excessive packaging?
well, I think is quite a difficult question, because we had to combine the different situations together. Like we above all, we have to make sure the package is safe enough, and then and and then and then furthermore, we we have to consider the environment.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we have, it's very hard to deal with this packaging situation.
Yeah, because we are torn between protecting the product that we bought and we sell and protecting the environment, right?
Yes.
Yeah, if we cannot avoid having or using excessive packaging, then maybe we can use recyclable packaging,
Yes.
right? Yeah. All right. Thank you, Sir Elon. Do you have any more questions?
Do you have some advice on my pronunciation?
Ah, yeah. I noticed that you know the past tense forms of the verbs like damaged, packaged, like that. You should be careful with that. Jd- Because some past tense it is pronounced as letter T, some pronounced as letter D. Okay? You should practice with reading those kinds of verbs in past tense. You can look for a book that has these verbs and then you can practice. Okay, because some of them is pronounced as T, some of them is pronounced as D. And then yeah, some of them is pronounced with ed.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be careful with this because Americans like in New Zealand when you had the interview, this is very very important.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Elon. I hope to see you again next time. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye.